Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you guys how we are going to use our spread coverage checklists in our class and virtually at home while we are getting into the beginning stages of producing our yearbook. So when you go into Schoology and you open this document, all of the spread checklists are going to be all grouped together, okay? You do not have to fill out all 6 pages. They're separated by your staff and what spread you're doing, okay? So when you use this sheet, this is meant to be like your yearbook Bible. You will refer to it several times throughout the year. You'll use it to gather your information. It's going to help guide your thinking so that way you can take your ideas and be able to produce it onto the finished product of a spread. So you'll look at the black and green bar up here to determine what sheet you need to fill out. And there are 2 pages per section, okay? So if your spread is a club or a sport, you'll fill out the first 2 pages. If your spread is student life or academic page, you'll fill out these 2 pages. If your page or spread is superlatives, you'll fill out these 2 pages. And then if your spread is checklist or portraits, you'll fill out these 2 pages, okay? Now, how do you know what type of spread you have? That's a great question. You're going to go into your Yearbook Avenue, and you can go to Plan, Page Ladder, and you can see your name. So we will use Samaya, for example. It will tell you what section your page is in, okay? So she has sports, and they're all sports pages, but you might be someone who is in double staffs, basically. So like Amaya has an academic spread, but she also has a portrait spread. So she would need to fill out one of those coverage checklists for each spread that she's doing, okay? Now, I don't want to overwhelm you guys, so we're going to break this up into sections, okay? So you have 2 deadlines for the yearbook. You have a fall deadline, and then you have a spring deadline, okay? We are only going to be working on our fall spreads first. So if you want to go in and look for your name, and you want to look and see what spreads you have that are due on January 18th, this is what you're focusing on for your checklist. You're not worrying about the spring, okay? Now, so that means you only have to do 2 checklists. Now, let's say you have, I'm trying to find someone who okay, so if you're Carter, you don't have anything due in the fall. That doesn't mean you don't get to work, okay? So you can still plan ahead, and you would use your spreads for the spring deadline, okay? So look at your fall deadline first. If you don't have any spreads, then go to your spring deadline. If you do have spreads, you're good to go, okay? Those will be what you focus on. So you are not going to be able to fill out everything on your spread checklist just yet, okay? Basically, what we're going to be focusing on the first couple of weeks is gathering all of our information, okay? So you should be able to fill out the first part of your page, okay? Because we've talked about good interview questions. We've talked about emailing our coaches and our sponsors and how to do that. And then you should be able to fill out this, okay? Minus the feature story section. The only, we haven't learned that yet. We'll learn that the second 9 weeks. So then once we've learned that, we'll go back into our coverage checklist and fill that portion out, okay? This is not like the end all be all. This is just kind of your ideas so you can get them on paper. And when you go to make your stuff in Layout Pro, you can go back to this page and say, okay, what did I have and where am I going with it, okay? You can definitely fill out this page, and we'll talk about this more in class. And then this will show you what your spread has to have on each spread, okay? And then you can use this space to sketch out your spread, all right? So you won't be able to fill out everything just yet, but that's okay. I'm mainly focused on or worried about you guys gathering that information because we can't really do a whole lot until we have all of this information that we need, okay? So thank you for watching.